Today we're going to share about how to use the makeup product from Alha and some other brands, and then we'll start off with the skin prep, skin booster intensive serum. Can you see? Just a few drops. And then next we're going to use the Peony Brightening Moisturiser Moisture Face Cream. And then face primer. Okay, currently I'm using from Benefits because we do not have the one from Alha yet. This is the Retouch Erase Radiant Concealer. I'm using the shade number 2 for highlighting. And for my skin, number 3 would be next the Adele foundation. This is the I think second shade if I'm not mistaken. We have a few shades and very good coverage. And then you gotta blend everything. Gotta dab and dab and dab until you don't see a single spot. Okay, just have to touch up those spaces that you still can see a little bit more spots. But the coverage of the foundation is good enough. As you can see, most of my spots is covered. Under eye, always use one shade lighter. Alright, next we'll start with the loose powder. Okay, this is the translucent shade number 2. For a lighter effect, or you can call it for not too thick makeup, you put on loose powder will be better. Okay, under eye, normally I like to put lots of it, so that later on when you apply your eyeshadow, everything will not sprinkle, all the glitters won't sprinkle around your face. And it will ruin your whole base and all. And for the rest of your face, brush the loose powder. The loose powder is very fine. Right, before I start off with eyeshadow, I normally like to do my eyebrow first. So let me share with you our new Ebony shade. For my skin tone, I'll use this shade. It's from Seductive Bee. Stay beautiful. This is the eyebrow pomade. It comes in a gel foam. You always outline your eyebrows first before you do the blending and all. As you can see, this one is quite easy to glide on. Take a blending brush and a lighter shade. I'm using from Anastasia. These two shades. Take the lighter one first and blend it from the center to the front. Did you see the difference? So never start from the front, even if you're using a pencil, eyebrow pencil. Do not start from the front, because whenever you start from the front, it will be very thick in front. So we'll do on the one on the left hand side. Okay, so when you say it's not even, normally what we do is we will always need to use a concealer to proper it. Okay, just take a little bit and glide on wherever you wish to. For me, I'll just glide on my hands. And then take bit by bit and blend it. Okay. Blend it, make sure there's no lines. You can see the concealer. Okay, so if you feel the front part is a little bit darker, you just have to take a little bit of the concealer and then glide it on. Yeah, just glide. Same goes to this part. You see the front part is slightly darker. Alright, next we will start with the eyeshadow. Again, put more loose powder under your eye, because you are playing with two colors, glitterish colors and matte one also. Okay, this will be the Heaven Bronze. So Heaven Bronze, they have two shades of glitters and two shades of brown and maroon kind. And then the other one is two glitter with lighter color, pink and also maroon, dark red. Yeah. Okay, we start with the blending brush and then we take the Heaven Bronze palette with this shade. This one, Flash. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, start from the back here. Blend it thoroughly at your crease area. Okay, can you see the difference? Little bit more. Again, start from the back, blend forward. This is a flash color, yeah, from the Heavenly Bronze palette by Alha Alfa. Also the same thing, blend it forward from the back. So always start from the back, so it doesn't look like your face just got punched in the eye. So the darker hits always the side and then move forward. Alright, what we'll do, we'll actually just use a little bit of the concealer. Outline and then just add the line. Dab a little bit to make it absorb into your skin. Okay. Let's start with the eyeshadow. So currently I'm gonna use this Heavenly Bronze again, the Feather shade. Feather. Next, I'm gonna take the Catchy Doll with the shade Fling. Just a little bit on your blending brush and then blend it on the corner of your eye. Slightly forward to the center, not to the front, yeah. Right, by the eye, start from the end again. Okay, let's get the Flame shade. This one will be put in front. Flame, yeah. Just at the corner of your eye. Again at the corner. At the teardrop area at the bottom, also a little bit at the corner. Okay. So under your eyebrow, after your eyeshadow, under your eyebrow, right, you gotta take a little bit of highlighter, but maybe we can make do with Flame. Okay, just put it at the under your eyebrow area here to highlight your bones, brow bones, yeah. Can you see? After the highlighting, right, the effect will be slightly different. This side, same thing. highlight under here. Alright. So next you'll see, okay, maybe we add a little bit from the Heavenly Bronze palette, the shade Bossy. Okay, just a little bit at the corner. This one only strictly at the corner. To get a little bit of the smoky effect. Same here. Okay, in the center, just add a little bit. Okay, just now we used the shade feather. Now we try silk. Okay, so just a little bit here. Okay. Then just a little bit. Okay, next we go to under eye. Before we wear all the eyeliner, the eyeshadows, right? Under eye, we take fling, maybe fling. Okay, just wear it under your eye. Okay, fling is a bit weak, so maybe you put it on the corner first, and then we go to Bossy from the Heavenly Bronze palette. This one from the back to the front, but not until the end, yeah, just here. Same thing. Now we'll get the glitter feather again, just to touch a little bit. Alright, so maybe we use the wing liner brush to see the effect better. Okay, I'm using this the wing liner gel, as in the wing liner brush from Zoeva for this one, and then it's a cushion kind. Okay, you just got to dab it at the tip of the brush, right? Just the tip of the brush. Okay, let me show you. Push back your eye, and then you start from the center. Okay, that's the wing, and then the part in front, you gotta actually just glide on very lightly. Here you go. Next side, same thing. Start from the center. Okay, normally, right, I will actually put eyeliner at your eyelid, inside the eyelid area, so that your eye will look bigger. What you do is you just have to pull that and then glide on, so that you won't see your waterline color that obvious, no? So when your eyes will get a bit watery, just have to next. Okay, we are good with the eyeliner, eyeshadow, eyebrows, and now let's do the shading. Okay, currently the darker shade for the concealer, right, they don't have it, so I don't do my shading with Alha concealer. What I did is I just use this Bahama shading powder. Okay, you just have to use the angle brush and then put a little bit from the side, right? Do not push it down too much, just have to glide a little bit. Do not push down too much. Best is to push up though, because when you push down, your face will look droopy. At the side of your forehead, if you have a white forehead like mine. This one, just a little bit of shading will do. Nose part, normally I don't do too much, but I'll show you how to do it. Just when you're done with the eyeshadow, we will go with the blusher now. Okay, this is the interesting part because I've never tried this cushion blusher before. Cushion glow but blusher, yeah. Alright. Okay, they normally use it with the sponge, okay, but I've never tried with the sponge before, so I'll still prefer use the brush. But maybe what you can do is you'll just have to dab a little bit. This one is in the shade Zinnia. Again, yeah, also from Alha Alfa. Okay, you see. So what you do, right, just dab a little bit. Blend it out. Dab, yeah, don't glide because it's a bit of liquid foam. As you can see, right, after you put more loose powder under your eye, right, even the glitter drops, it doesn't stick on your makeup, so you don't have to keep on doing your foundation all over again and all. Okay, let's try the Glow Creator. This is also from Alha Alfa, but they have two shades though, but currently they don't have the stock for the gold one, so maybe we'll just put a little bit. If they have the gold effect, right, I think it will look better. Okay, since maybe we can use a little bit of this one, Flame, yeah, from the, again, Catchy Doll, just a little bit to lower down the tone. You can just make this as a highlighter also, Flame, yeah, a little bit on your upper lips. Now, mascara, because I do not want to use the Actually, we have a false lashes, quite nice one, but I'm not going anywhere, so I didn't want to use it. So for mascara, normally, if you are okay and you normally use right, you wouldn't have problem putting it on without looking down. But some people, they need to look down. Yeah. So here we have teary eyes. So what you do, right? Just have to. I don't know. There's a lot of techniques though, but I prefer to push it up. Don't glide it too much, you know. Okay, actually Alha has his mascara. Oh yeah, okay, let me see. Okay, sorry, I found it. Okay, anyway, this side I'm using another brand. We'll try this one on my left eye. Looks good, because I had good reviews for this mascara. So let's try, okay? Okay, it's superb. Okay, you can see the difference, so I feel that this is better. I'm gonna use it on both sides of my eye. Okay, so the review is really good, but I haven't tried, and today is my first day trying it. So I will just need to add a little bit of highlighter, yeah. The blusher glowing is seriously awesome. See here, this one. Okay, I'll just use this. Now we try with this trust shade, yeah. Just a little bit, there you go. A little bit again here. Okay, for this highlighter that I'm using, right, it's not a highlighter, it's eyeshadow, but I make do it as a highlighter since it's in the same palette. You can bring it everywhere, you know. So I use the trust for the front part a little bit, and then the rest I'm using this glow creator. This is superb. Okay, now okay, since under eye we play with a lot of glitters, maybe we just use a little bit of black eyeliner. Okay, this one is really up to you. You can actually use silver eyeliner, black eyeliner, but I thought it's too much of glitter, so I would like to tone down a little bit with black eyeliner. Okay, at the tip of your eye. Again, I use flame just to enhance a little bit at the front of your eye here, corner, yeah. Okay, we are almost ready, but we need to use lipstick before we stop, and then I think we are good to go. This one you can use for your daily makeup, but maybe just lighten up the glitter a little bit. You can use more of the matte shade, yeah. Right. Again, I'll put a little bit of flame at the brow bones area. Okay, I'll just add a little bit of flame here and here. I'm using this Makeup Forever lip matte, I think. Yeah, liquid matte. Lips, yeah. Okay, this is more to a purple shade, but since the makeup is already quite colorful, it's not really colorful, but you can see the color is quite outstanding. So I'll actually touch up a bit on the lips with slightly nude shade. So what I do, right, after the darker shade at the whole lips, I actually add with the Sephora nude shade. Let me just share with you the shade later. Alright, so it gets lighter. Okay, so I'll just share with you again what I've used since the first one. So the start for the skin prep, right, I use Skin Booster. This one is from Alha Alfa, the Skin Booster Intensive Repair Makeup Serum. Yeah, makeup booster. Yeah. Alright. Then next, I actually use the Peony Brightening Moisture Face Cream. And then after that, I'll start with the base. I actually use 2 shades of concealer. For number 2 is under the eye, and then number 3 to cover my darker spot. Okay, so this is the 2 shades. Number 2, yeah, this 2. And then I actually use the Alha Alfa foundation, the Royal Propolis one, in the shade Adele. This one. Okay, after that, I actually use the loose powder. This is the translucent one, so it actually will suit with all the skin. Shade number 2. Alright, and then don't forget, this one you have to use more under your eye before you put on eyeshadow. And today, eyeshadow, surprisingly, I only use 2 palettes, both from Alha Alfa. One is the Heavenly Bronze, and the other one is Catchy Doll. Catchy Doll is quite a good buy because you can use it for highlighting also. And then for my eyebrow, I actually use Seductive Bee from Stay Beautiful, the shade Ebony. For my skin tone, I think I use this one quite dark. Yeah, and it's nicely and easily dark glide on. Yeah, and then after the eyebrow, I actually, okay, let me just show you again. Yeah, the eyeshadow, right? The palette has all these 4 colors. This one I use for my crease, and then both shades for my, this one is the one that I use more for highlighting and at the front of the eye. So the flame shade is superb because you can use for highlighting and you can use at the tip of your eye and everything. Right, and then next I actually use the Cushion Glow Blusher. This one is also superb. You can see just a little bit, you don't have to use so much. And then I also use Glow Creator. This one also just a little bit. You can see the highlighting effect, just 1 drop each side, very little. Yeah, and then eyeliner, I use the one from Seductive Bee, the cushion one. Okay, it's awesome, easily glide on, but you need to use a brush with it. And then yeah, and this is the black one. Okay, lipstick, yeah, I've used mine since we don't have it yet. And then mascara, Alha Alfa mascara, waterproof, lash enhancing. It is seriously enhancing because just now I use the other brand at the right side and then Alha's on the left, and end up I use both Alha's one because I think it looks better. Alright, okay, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. I'll do more reviews after this when we have all the products. Thank you.